A legal battle in Florida is raising a big question about the future of artificial intelligence and free speech. Should AI chatbots have the same First Amendment rights as humans? That's what the company Character.Ai is arguing in a lawsuit from the family of a 14-year-old boy who died by suicide after interacting with one of its AI-generated characters. Character.Ai is a platform that lets users chat with lifelike AI avatars, some of which are based on fictional characters. In this case, the boy, Sewell Setzer III, formed a romantic relationship with a chatbot, modeled after a character from the HBO series Game of Thrones. According to court documents, the chatbot, named Daenerys Targaryen, initially tried to dissuade Setzer from self-harm, but later brought the topic up again and asked, quote, "Have you actually been considering suicide?" And Setzer replied, yes. Soon after, he took his own life. Now his mother, Megan Garcia, is suing Character Technologies, the company behind the platform, claiming negligence, wrongful death, deceptive business practices, and unjust enrichment. However, the company wants the case dismissed, arguing that its chatbot speech is protected by the First Amendment. Character.Ai says the issue isn't what the chatbot said, but the rights of users to access content like it. They argue that millions of people find value in these bots and that restricting what the AI can say would limit users' rights. This viewpoint was echoed in a recent episode of the podcast Free Speech Unmuted on the Hoover Institution's YouTube channel. Eugene Villach, a senior fellow at the Hoover Institute, agrees that it's the rights of the listeners that matter.
Even if a small fraction of the listeners or readers is harmed by this or choose to harm themselves based on this, nonetheless, we protect the speech for the benefit of other readers.
Law professor Jane Bambauer shares that view.
It seems pretty clear to me that that the First Amendment has to apply. We have several cases at this point that focus primarily on listener interests in receiving and interacting with content.
However, Garcia's legal team says that argument doesn't hold up. In an article for Mashable, attorneys Meadali Jane and Camille Carlton, who are working on Garcia's case, write that machines aren't people and shouldn't have the same rights. They argue that free speech protections require human intent, and AI doesn't have that. Because chatbots don't understand what they're saying, the lawyers argue their words shouldn't be protected under the First Amendment. If the judge sides with Garcia's family, it could force companies like Character.Ai to change how their chatbots interact with users, potentially making them less realistic or emotionally engaging. A ruling is expected later this year, and it could help shape how the law treats AI speech going forward. For now, the case is being closely watched by both tech companies and legal experts, who see it as a test of where the line between human and machine should be drawn. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Keenan. For more on this story, download the Straight Arrow News app or visit SAN.com.